Hey, you know that old saying about, sometimes when you look back in life, it's not the things that you did that you regret, but the things you didn't. It's really true, and I'm really coming to appreciate that as I get older, especially as I think about the opportunities I had and connections I had to people who I admired, who I wanted to study with, but I was afraid to approach them. At least I didn't want to approach them until I really was ready, until um, I had certain things done or I could already do certain things. I didn't think it was appropriate to approach them. And sometimes that isn't the right approach. Um, I'll give you, for instance, I had an opportunity. I was working rather a job in the fall at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, and in the days that I was there, it was only a weekend job, but I was there because it was some kind of employment. I was trying to make a decision about grad school, etc., and it was a good time to just clear my head. And I understood that Ellis Marsalis was teaching at Virginia Commonwealth University, and it wasn't that really all that far away. But I thought, no, 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 no. Yeah, I know a bunch of tunes and I can sort of improvise, but I better get a bunch of lines together. I better do some transcribing before I go see him. I really want to be prepared. And looking back, that really wasn't the right approach. The right approach was for me to show him where I was, and so that he could show me where I needed to go next, right? And by all accounts, he was a pretty nice guy, and I'm sure he would have told me the truth and given me some little bit of tough love, but that's what I would have needed to hear at the time, right? He wouldn't have said, I can almost guarantee that he wouldn't have said, "You suck, get out of here," and how dare you call me. It just doesn't work that way. Um, I can think of several, for instances of things like that. Some things I can be forgiven. There was no internet when I was in college, but I knew that Slam Stewart, the great legendary Slam Stewart, had spent a few days at my college, lived 45 minutes away in Binghamton, New York, from Ithaca College, where I was going to school. Never occurred to me to just look him up in the phone book and see if he was around, just so I can go play for him. I had approached him for an autograph when he visited. Just didn't occur to me. All right, so we'll chalk that one up less to fear and insecurity and more to youthful stupidity. My point is, folks, sometimes you got to take a chance, especially when it comes to your own education and especially when it comes to furthering your own knowledge. And you know what? Worst case scenario, it does backfire and the person is a jerk. That means the person's a jerk, and that's not on you, it's on them. Think about it.